30th, 2020. This video is called Doppler Radar is Causing Severe Weather and Possibly Global Warming. Now, I did a video the other day on these storms that blew through Ohio, which were very severe. We had some flooding. And this is just so weird because sometimes when I do things, it's the butterfly effect. Some things happen without me realizing what was done, and then just unrelated ideas and thoughts pop up, and this is one of them. Now, this is a radar from the 28th showing the weather coming through. But what I was first going to call this video is Doppler radar causing severe weather. But I changed that because now I'm not no Alex Jones, no conspiracy guy. I try to do facts, even though I'm not against Alex Jones and what all those guys do. But I try to do my own thing, and I try to do solid theories to back up what I'm thinking. So this is definitely causing severe weather, in my opinion, and on a bigger scale, probably warming the earth up. So check this out. As I did this, I was doing a real cool little video called Storming Forming, which is just basically about a big massive storm. So when I was doing it, I was looking at this radar, and this is what I mean, the butterfly effect. I didn't realize it until I got this idea popped into my head. I said, what are these spots that are showing up on the radar here? And if you look at them, they kind of disappear. But I just noticed they're kind of all over the place. See that? These spots right in here. In nature, there is symmetry, but this is just a different kind of symmetry because it's just bizarre that these just spots just start showing up. So it got me thinking about radar systems and the Doppler radar. And lo and behold, I'll show you that this totally matches to a T what my idea was. And this will blow you away because when I kind of pulled up this map, it kind of blew me away. So I'm just an organic Slantian, just thinking about stuff. And I think this is one of my top discoveries. Now, I don't think, maybe this is already known out there. I don't know. I don't have time to be researching everything but what everybody's thinking. But this theory definitely holds up water. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to bring this map back. But check this out. Now, how does weather radar work? Now, radar, it's an acronym for radio detection and ranging, invented during World War II to detect aircraft, but precipitation frequently got in the way. The military's noise is meteorology's signal. A radar unit consists of a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter emits pulses of radio waves, a type of radio wave, outward in a circular pattern. Precipitation scatters these microwaves, sending back energy back to the transmitter where it's detected by the radar's receiver. Now, does a microwave produce heat? Now, this is what those Dopplers are. And if you look at just as a microwave oven, the definition, it's a microwave oven, commonly referred to as a microwave, is an electric oven that heats and cooks food by exposing it to electromagnetic radiation in the microwave frequency range. This induces polar molecules in the food to rotate and to produce thermal energy in a process known as dielectric heating. So it's producing thermal energy, which is going to produce heat. Now, the first Doppler radar actually was the name of it was invented back in 1842, but this is interesting. The Doppler radar is specialized radar that uses Doppler effect. It says that it first was obtained from the U.S. Navy in the 1950s. How many Doppler radars are in the United States? Right here it says that there's a network of 159 high-resolution S-band Doppler weather radars operated by the National Weather Service. And it's an agency within the NOAA and also within the Department of Commerce and the FAA. So there's a lot of agencies behind that. But there's 159 of them. Now, is Doppler radar dangerous? It says that small radars, such as those used by cops to catch speeding, typically is about 100 milliwatts of power. Millo or micro, I didn't read what this is, but this is 100. This is not dangerous. But big radars, such as weather radars and air traffic controller radars, output from tens or hundreds of kilowatts up to 1 megawatt. Stay away from those. Now, they are producing a lot more kilowatts. Okay, so that definitely would be producing heat. Now, the reason why I say this is probably maybe responsible for global warming, because since it was introduced into the 1950s around, which is right around here, these are average temperatures in the United States to 2019. So here is 1950 when it was first introduced. Okay, obviously it was not put around the country for the Doppler radar until a little bit later. Now, I don't know exactly when they started doing that, but look, this is the 70s. You would think that they were starting to be put around the country for all the your weather stations and the news organizations that were doing the weather. And now, if you look, starting around 1970, look at this line of the temperatures are way going up. And now, I could be wrong. It's just a theory, but don't you think that the more of these Doppler radars that are around the country are going to add more heat to a point where they are microwaving the atmosphere, since these things are probably on all the time, that they're creating more heat as more and more of them are added? Now, they are about 158 of these Doppler radars throughout the United States, and this is where the national Doppler radar sites are. Now, these aren't the ones that are even like for your local news stations. Those are also in areas, but these are just the Doppler radar, the national Doppler radar sites. And I think this is the map. When I seen this blew me away, because this is what proves what I'm trying to tell you. Now, it's the National Weather Service Doppler radar. It's a highly sensitive, powerful technology. Now, it generates a multitude of radar data for advanced weather interactive processing systems. This is where they're all at. There's about 158 of them throughout the United States. Now, a radar unit consists of a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter emits pulses of microwaves, a type of radio wave, outward in circular areas. Now, this is the average temperatures I was telling you for the United States. Now, let me come back to this. Now, when my first idea came out, I was thinking, could these right here, these areas that are being picked up on the radar themselves, Are these the Doppler sites? Now check this out. Lo and behold, this is what's crazy. And what gave it away is this area in Alabama. When I was trying to compare these sites to where these areas are coming up, look at Alabama, where you have one here, one here, one there, and one there. See how it's like that curve? And look at, now this one right here is on the border of Alabama, and I forget what state that is, but check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't this curve match up to this curve right here? And then look at right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, to right here. Now these Doppler sites match up directly onto these areas that are showing up. Now, is this precipitation? Is this the precipitation that it's picking up and it's creating more precipitation in the ocean, in the air, the atmosphere? Or is it just picking up? Is this a false return? I have no idea. But everywhere you look, right here, 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 there, there, every one of these national Doppler sites corresponds to these areas where precipitation is being started. So is it possible that these now I'm not saying like there's geoengineering and they're trying to change the global temperatures, and no, I'm not into any of those theories. I didn't really look into any of that stuff, and that is deliberate what they're doing on that part if it's true. What I'm trying to say is they may be manipulating the weather, not realizing it. They're not doing it on purpose, but they're doing it just by having these Doppler sites, these national weather Doppler sites. And if you have all these microwaves across the United States in these areas, maybe that's what's causing this weather to become more severe. And they're not even knowing that it's happening. They're not doing this on purpose. It's just happening because this is the technology. Now look at right here. Boom, boom. These two areas. Boom, boom. And this one. Boom, boom. Now these areas of that are lighting up here, I'm going to bet that these are directly at all of the national Doppler sites. So an unintentional consequence to us having the best weather forecasting around, modern day broadcasting of the weather, might be actually causing our weather to get like very severe and out of hand. Now that's just a theory of mine, and what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to put this map in motion with this map, which I took out the states. Now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to copy it and paste it. Now this has got to be shrunken down. And it's not in proportion, but if you look, I'm going to have to redo this and when I'm done, I'm gonna show you it right after this, that literally these areas match up to. I'm gonna have to make this in proportion and move this, and this is gonna. I'm gonna show you that this is gonna end up being in the same spots where the Doppler radar is. So in other words, not is Doppler creating severe weather, but Doppler radar is creating severe weather. That's a fact. And unfortunately, I don't know if anybody knows it. So that's my theory. What do you think? It's not like we could do anything about it. We're not going to shut the radar off, but I have a feeling that these radar systems are actually making our weather worse. And if you look at, this is probably happening around the globe. Everybody's got this Doppler radar, I bet. And this might be a reason why we have global warming. It might be unintentional, but it's definitely happening, and that's my theory. The transmitter emits pulses of microwaves, a type of radio wave, outward in circular areas, outward in circular